asked me to contribute a piece that would combine sort of my personal history as a child of immigrants who came in the post-war era, along with my historical, my sensibility as a historian. And I was really pleased to find out that they were doing this book because, of course, that this has loomed large as a gap, a chasm, really, glaring, gaping chasm in the literature, in the historical literature. But it's also been meaningful for me as a second generation post-war Italian American to not see myself sort of represented anywhere in this literature. So I just wanted to sort of give you a little bit of a sense of what my family story is and what I would be writing about in the book. My parents both came in the 1950s. My father was 17 years old in 1950. This family story is sort of representative of this post-war migration phenomenon, but also of just how complicated the whole phenomenon of Italian migration could be. My father came in 1950, but he was the fourth generation male in his family to be coming to the United States in a very complicated pattern. His great-grandfather was probably one of the first people to leave the village of Petrodello in the Molise region and come to Princeton, New Jersey, of all places, not very representative of the typical urban northeastern town that most Italian migrants came to. I still cannot understand how this became the location, but he came and went back and forth, the great-grandfather, as did my father's grandfather, and for a time his father, back and forth doing that route. And then, of course, subsequent males from the village also started that kind of return migration pattern. My grandfather ended up getting sort of stranded in the United States. So he was here during World War II, was a citizen because of his relatives coming here, and so was drafted into the United States Army. And there ensued a gap of many, many years for various reasons that he was separated. He was here, and his wife and children, including my father, were left behind.